everybody, welcome to episode 6 of the Very Fun Yarns Vlogmas. I hope you are all doing well. It is Tuesday, December 9th, and I am just about to head outside to fill up the bird's feeder with some bird seed because I think it's getting lower, but also we are under a winter weather advisory for possible freezing rain and then just a little bit of snow, but I always like to top off the feeders before we get snow just because it's a nice thing to do. So anyway, I am headed out there and then I'm going to get on with my day. Today is a pretty low-key day again here at home. Not too much going on. We've got some school. We have to do some more baking. But then primarily today I'm going to be working on making some Christmas cards. So I will take you along. Maybe I'll show you some of my paper crafting creations along the way, but just wanted to check in to say good morning, and I will see you in a little bit. Everybody, it is now Thursday, December 11th, and you will have noticed by now that I haven't put up any new Vlogmases since Tuesday, and that's just because I haven't been feeling great. So I've just been prioritizing rest and not trying to worry about taking little videos, but I have taken a few things along the way, and I'm hoping I am feeling better, and the next couple days I will be more up for recording. But it is pretty early for me. It is like 20 after 8 on Thursday, and I am I'm in the car all ready to go pick up one of my kiddos from college. He is already done with his fall semester and now is going to be home until probably like 5 weeks. So I've got things kind of packed up. He's very particular about how he packages up his computer. He built a computer himself a couple summers ago, and so it's sort of like his baby. So I have all the boxes in there and a suitcase for his clothes and all that jazz. So I'm headed out to get him, and then I will be home for a very short time, and then we'll be driving again to Wisconsin to see a dance show tomorrow morning. So I will take you along with me. Oh, good news though, in all that resting, I did get a lot of knitting done. I finished my last gift, and I made some good progress on my advents. So I will share those with you either when I get back today or when I get back tomorrow. And then hopefully there'll be something for you by Saturday. Okay, everybody, I hope you are well, and I will talk to you soon. December 12th, and I am sitting in the hotel. My husband just went down to get some more coffee. We are kind of waiting. My son's dance production or show that he wanted us to see is at 11 o'clock, and it is 9:25. So we have about an hour. I am doing some crochet and some knitting and just kind of hanging out with my Advent projects, watching some Vlogmas. But I thought I'd say hi and maybe show you a little bit of my progress here. So let me turn you around and I will show you. Okay, this is kind of hard to see, but this is my Cozy Country crochet scarf. It has gotten so long. Last time I came to you, I was in this blue. So I've added on this one, the red one, the kind of orangey variegated, and then I'm in this here. I think this is day 12. I think I'm on number 12. So my scarf is pretty long for only being half done. It's going to be lovely. And then these are my freckled whimsy. And this is through day 12. I am through day 12 on both of them. I am starting day 13 a little early on one of them because after day 13, I'm going to have to do the heel. So that's going to take a little while. So I think that's all I'm going to show you right now. But when I get home, I will give you an update on my Advent Very Fun Yarns. And then also like all of the knitting I've done on that. That's kind of what I've been doing in the car and when we're driving around. I'm terrible at taking video. We went out for breakfast this morning with my son and I totally forgot to like video anything. So I am living in the moment, but that's not very exciting for you. So anyway, I will get back to my crochet and my knitting, and then I will check in with you when I get home later today. Hope you're having a good day. See you guys later. Hello everybody, I am back again in my cozy office guest room, and it is now Friday evening, December 12th. It's like 4:45, and I wanted to pop in here and just chat with you quickly one more time before I wrap up this video. Our drive back here to Minnesota was pretty smooth. I should say I didn't do any of the driving. My husband did it all. So I was the passenger princess, as they say, and I knit and I took a nap and I was just pretty much his co-pilot, making sure we had plenty of music and all that jazz. But we are back now, and I am just wanted to share with you my progress I've made on my reading shawl. Before I get to that, I will say that I have been working on my Sweet Shop blanket, which is a pattern by Laura Penrose. However, I've only gotten like a square and a half done, so I'm going to wait until I have a little bit more done of that. I did notice while I was away that I'm not bored of my 3 knitting projects, but I'm ready to really put something else at the forefront. So I think over the weekend here, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on my Sweet Shop blanket and maybe even cast on something else. I don't know, but when I talk to other knitters, my mother-in-law being one of them, she's always like, I don't know how you can have so many projects going at the same time. But I do knit a lot, and I have a lot of time right now because it's the off season from our farm to spend knitting and crocheting. So I get bored after a while. I'm ready for something different. Now, that's not to say I don't love my Advent projects. I do. I love them. But my reading shawl, which is a pattern by Kate Jones, I will show you here. It is the rows are so long now. The rows are about, I think we're getting close to 250 stitches across, which is a lot. Oh, of course. So I am not quite finished with my row. So let me see if I can still show it to you. I think I still can. I ran out of my Surrey alpaca when I was in the car, just as I was about to finish. I think this is day, let's see, it's day 8. So I'm only finished with day 8. I might do one more row with this. But here's what it looks like so far. So this is going to be the top part that kind of sits on my shoulders. And then that is how far I am. So I think it's looking really pretty. I like it a lot. I'd forgotten how many green colors I made. Now they are all different, but I mean, I was still surprised. The one from today, which I took a pretty good video of when I was in the car, has, or is it today? Oh, I guess it's only day 9. When I opened, when I was at the hotel, I was hoping that I was going to get to wind it and be able to knit it in the car, but I never got to that point. But it has a lot of different types of greens in, and it does make sense because it was about Santa Claus, which is a Christmas movie, and I do love to make greens, but we are kind of in the greens section of the kit. So, but I wanted to show you that. It is going lovely, and I do still recommend the pattern. But like I said, the rows they're taking me quite a long time to get through. So I think maybe if I just mix it up a little bit more. And I also will say I'm really missing my 15-minute challenge knit every day. So if you remember when I was doing gift knits before I finished them, I worked on like certain like have-to projects, and sometimes when I do have-to projects, they stress me out and they don't bring me joy. But I'm kind of missing the routine of having those 2 or 3 things to kind of like knit for 15 to 20 minutes and check off my list. So I might add in a few new things here in a little bit. So, but not today. Let me show you the 3 days of the Very Fun Yarn Advent I haven't shown you yet. So I showed you 9 this morning. I'm a little behind because I wasn't feeling good. I haven't opened so many. So we are on 10 here. 10 is, let's see, 10, the quotation on number 10 is, kids do not need to see this to know it exists. And this one is a scene where Judy, one of the main elves that helps Santa Claus, they're looking over the workshop right after Santa got there. And so there's lots of kind of, this is probably the most Christmassy, one of the most Christmassy ones I have, because it's like reds and greens. So this is kind of my version. It's more like pinks, pinky reds with kind of neutral colors and greens and creams. But that's a fun one. So that's number 10. Then number 11, this one, we get a little slightly different. We're going into some blues. I like this one a lot. This one says, guys, I got a lot of work to do. This is a big mistake. And this one has like golds and purple and blue and a little bit of peach in there. This one is at the very end when the cops come in to the house and they try to take Santa away. And actually they do at that point. And this was just all of the lights on the Christmas tree and the colors that I saw in the tree. That's what that one is from. And then number 12, which is today, December 12th, the quotation is, how can one man in one night visit all the children of the world? And this one also has some multicolored, it's funny, this one, it wasn't wrapped. So sometimes when I dye mini skeins and stuff like this, there are some that just get a little messier, and I often pull those out, and those will be mine because I don't want to reskein it. So instead of taking a perfect one myself, I take one of these. But this has like purples and blues and peachy oranges. But also fun. And this one, I think, is the scene where Charlie and his stepdad and his mom are sitting in the principal's office. And I can't remember. I think it might be from his stepdad's sweater. He always wore really crazy sweaters in the movie. So I think that's where I took some of these colors from. 10, 11, and 12. So they don't look very different on here, but they are definitely different. So that's where we're at. Tomorrow is Saturday the 13th, and I do plan on taking you with me to, we have to run some errands, we have to do some Christmas shopping And we're going to run to the farmer's market, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to venture up to the holiday bazaar again because I did it last week, and they do have different vendors sometimes every week, but I don't know if I have the gumption to brave the crowds again. We might just do our farmer's market shopping and then go do our other shopping. But we have to do that in the morning, and then my youngest has a holiday orchestra concert of sorts, so I'll see if I can maybe get a few snippets of that for you. Was able to get a few snippets of the dance production today, which was kind of fun. And so I'll take you with me. If it is enough content for me to share with you tomorrow, I will. Otherwise, it'll probably be a weekend vlog again. But thank you so much for those of you who have been watching all of these. Thank you for following along and for all your lovely comments and warm wishes. I hope you are warm and cozy and enjoying your making wherever you are today. All right, we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.